Good morning, folks. I'm Don. This is Rockin' the Country. Well, it could be evening, could be afternoon when you see this one. I'm recording this in the morning. Brooks and Dunn's It's Getting Better All the Time, and it's requested by Chris Bowie. So, Chris, thank you for this request, my friend. I haven't done a Brooks and Dunn song in a little while. So let's see what we've got here. Here we go. Interesting beginning. I was expecting more upbeat. Just like the Beatles, it's getting better. I think it's the Beatles. Yeah. This is going to be poignant because the piano always points to it.
I don't stop breathing every time the phone rings. My heart don't race when someone's at my door. I've almost given up thinking you're ever gonna call.
Almost.
I don't believe in magic anymore.
That's pain.
I just don't lie awake at night, asking God to get you off my mind. It's getting better all the time. It's getting better all the time. Yeah, I got to work on time again this morning. This whole job is all that I got left. And no one even noticed I'd been crying. But at least I don't have whiskey on my breath. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make it, 'cause God won't make a mountain I can't climb.
Well, you know, that way of thinking that God won't make a mountain I can't climb. In one sense, I get that way of thinking. On the other hand, it does happen all the time. And I don't want to say that God is making that happen. I challenge that premise. There are things that happen in life that people cannot climb, that they cannot. The death of a child, or people who go off to war. And there are people, as we know, who just die in a car accident. Boom. You can't even climb that mountain. So this is sort of consistent with the song, though, in a way where you need hope. You need a reason to keep going on when you're that obliterated. He turned to the bottle. He's just started to give up on, what do you say, like magical thinking or something like that? He's just got to get back in the game.
It's getting better all the time. It's getting better all the time. God, I hope you're happy. Girl, I wish you well. I just might get over you. You can't ever tell. I always thought that I'd do something crazy if I ever saw you out with someone else.
Yeah.
But when the moment came last night, I couldn't say a word. I stood there in the dark all by myself. Yeah, I could have said a million things, but all I did was keep it locked inside. getting better all the time.
Yeah.
It's getting better all the time.
Ronnie has such a nice voice.
It's getting better all the time.
It does. You keep breathing. And when you get left, you keep breathing. And the way to get over it, you eventually start creating new memories. The human brain is an amazing thing. It works to our advantage, but being able to forget is important. Anybody who plays sports knows you've got to be able to forget. Pitchers who get rattled, or a quarterback who throws an interception, somebody in a relationship. The human brain, we need to learn to forget or not let things impact us as much, but at first it does. But one of the ways in which you forget a prior relationship is if you get into a new one. That's part of the problem, though, is because people will rush into a new relationship instead of giving themselves time to process the prior one. They don't want to be alone, or they want to replace having a person there, whatever our motivations are for it and reasons and desires and passions. You got to give yourself time to get over the prior loss. And some people know that. Some people never get into a new relationship. I understand that too. But generally speaking, once you start forming new memories, your mind starts going to that person and things that are beautiful, wonderful, their problems, whatever. Your mind gets oriented and anchored in that person. And you begin, it begins to dissipate the prior loss and bitterness and drinking and all the things you're doing to try to explain why your life is you're so sad. That begins to fade as well. It can, but you need the time to do it. So, Chris, good suggestion on this one. The piano always comes, when it comes in the beginning, I always know we're going to a certain place in a song. It's not like a Jerry Lee Lewis piano where it comes in guns blazing. It comes in poignantly like that. You're like, oh, we're in for a story here. Piano, certain instruments, steel guitar is designed to rip your heart out. It can be fun and upbeat and up-tempo, but so frequently it's brought in to add that dimension to rip your heart out once a lyric has come through or the fiddle has gone out. Pick up with the steel continues to rip your heart out. And the piano does a similar thing. So I'm going to rate this one. Yeah. Some of you guys might want to shoot me on this one. Jeff Cather's one of them. And Montauk Ed's going to send them. But the number that popped into my head, you may crucify me on this, is an 8.9. That's what popped into my head on this. It was a nice song, well crafted, of course, wonderfully sung. Lyrically and narratively, a very simple song. But it did hit the nail on the head on a number of things about when somebody's at the door, your heart doesn't race. When the phone rings, you've given up hope that it's going to be that other person. And you just give up your wishful thinking. You get to work on time again. You don't have alcohol in your breath. People aren't looking at you because they can't see that you've been crying. It is. It's the way it works. So there it is. Thanks for the suggestion, Chris. Have a great day, folks. I'll see you on another video. Keep rocking the country.